Hello everyone, welcome back to bisptrainings.com. Once again, I welcome all of you. Today, we'll be going to see how to prepare a dashboard in R. So as you know that since from past few videos, we'll be working on building financial reports using R, and we have already prepared 2-3 reports. Now, what we are trying to do is we are trying to add all the reports into a single report. That means we want to add all the reports into a dashboard so that we can share that dashboard to our CFO of a company. So what's the idea behind this is, actually I would like to present all the reports in a single dashboard so that the CFO of a company or the decision maker of a company, they will be knowing that what's going on, and they can, based on that, they can make the decisions, they can make the future plannings, or they can make the future strategies. So as you can see here in this screen, I have placed three different plots, three different graphs, and I have plotted them into a single plot. So the first chart, the first graph indicates net sales versus net profit. Third one, we have region wise expenditure, and the second one is basically it's a box plot which displays the net profit versus net sales versus profit margin, and it displays the, basically it is used for grouping of all the net profit, what's the maximum and the lowest. In similar way, we have the maximum net sales and the maximum and the least profit margin, as well as the mean of that of the all the profit margin of all the data. So let's see how to build a dashboard, a consolidated dashboard, how to prepare it and place all the charts on a dashboard and share it with our clients or our users. So for this, let me switch to RStudio first. So I'm using RStudio for same. So that's my RStudio. So there is, it's the console is blank, there is nothing, it's just the entry text. Now, first of all, I create a new script and I'm going to start writing my code here and executing the codes, running the code one by one, step by step, and we'll see how at the end we'll get the desired output. So I again start with the same syntax, library xlsx. It will load the library. Then I write data1, and I'm going to write read.csv, d drive, financial data.csv, comma, header is equal to true, and separator is equal to single quote, because it's a comma separator value. So the data gets loaded into data. Then I would like to apply the aggregation. So I prepare one aggregated data and aggregate function. I would like to apply the aggregation, aggregate the amount based on by is equal to list, based on region and financial elements. So based on region and financial element. Now region and financial element, these are the columns which are available in our data model. That's the data file. So in this we have financial elements and also we have got region. So for this I specify here region equal to data1 $region, comma FINA1 equal to data1 financial elements. The aggregation will be sum, and I'll just sum it. So we'll get the aggregated data. One more aggregation I have to do is, because it's a combination of multiple charts, so another aggregation is mainly for calculating the region, for region wise sales. For this particular chart, I need to create one more aggregation data. So I create one more aggregation data here, AGG data 1, and I'll just copy this and paste it, and I turn it to AGG data 1, data 1, and this should be same. And here I just wanted to apply the aggregation based on region. I don't want financial elements. And the function is sum. So we have got two aggregated data now, and two aggregated data frames, and we are going to use it. Now I create one region. And in this region I'm going to save the data from aggregated data 1, because if I run it, for example, if I run AGG data 1, and if I run it, we have got region and X. So I want to store them into two different data sets, two different data frames. So I write here region and store into AGG data 1. I want to store region from here, because here we have region and X. So for X, I call it as expenditure, and AGG data 1 and value X. So I'll just run both of them. We'll run it at the end. Then I create one data frame, and I'm going to save it as a data frame. So as dot data dot frame, and I bind region comma expenditure. Then I would like to find out the unique of data 1 dollar region, because based on that we'll be going to place the chart. Then, because I want to set the layout, one chart, the first chart on the first row, and two charts on the second row. So basically we have two rows with first row with one column and second row with two columns. So how to set this layout? So for this I write layout, and I set the layout as matrix, and it should be C 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, by row is equal to, I set it to true. So it will set the layout. Now we start placing our bars, placing our graphs. So first one, I would like to create a bar chart for net sales versus net profit along with lines, along with bar and a line. So I create here X bar plot, net sales $X. Okay, this we have already done. So just to save the time, I'll just copy paste from the existing. So I just copy paste from the existing code. Here we have created one bar plot. Here we have created one plot, and we join them together and add them in a box. So I add them in a box, and at the end, it will be placed in a box like we have here. The box will be created. Now the next thing next chart will be a box plot which contains a net sales, net profit, and profit margin. So let's see how to create this one. So I'm going to calculate the next profit. So net profit, and to calculate net profit, I use subset and extract the value from AGG data, comma, pinna 1 equal net profit. In similar way, I want to calculate net sales. So I calculate net sales as well, and I call it as a net sales, and it should be is equal net sales. In similar way, we can calculate profit margin as well. We can keep it for our future use. If you want to use it, we can use it in other charts as well, but I just save it profit margin, and it should be equal to profit margin. Now we are going to plot them. So I create here box plot. I use box plot. Now box plot, I write AGG data $x divided by 1000 because the figures are big, so I just convert them into small figures, and this box plot will be respective to AGG data $. So basically this is mainly for grouping, so this will be based on grouping. Then s is equal to 1 comma, I set the color. Now I said the color is equal to C. I specify a few colors is here, SIENNA, Sinner, comma, and violet red, pale violet red 1, and also I use one more color, that is royal blue 2. So royal blue 2. And on Y label, I add a label, Y label is equal to expenditure in millions. Expenditure in millions. And also I want to set the X label, so I write X label equal to, it should be financial elements. Financial elements. And also main is equal to net sales, net profit, and profit margin. That close. So let me, okay, that's the code to place the bar plot. So let's try this much and see whether it plots properly or not. So I'm just going to select the complete code and execute it. And I simply click on run here. So you can see here the plots has been added. So we have got net sales. Okay, so I think the line is missing. It's not properly placed. Anyway, we will check it, and the labels are also not coming. But we are getting this box plot, net sales, comma, net profit and profit margin. So these are the net profit, that's the net profit. These are the whiskers, the upper whisker, lower whisker, and that's the median. In similar way, we have net sales median and profit margin median. So now it's working fine. I just run it again, and I did not miss anything. I just executed again. I just run the whole code again, and now see, we're getting proper net sales versus net profit along with the labels on fourth axis, because I need to print this amount here. Or you can move this here and print amount this way as well, and that's the second chart. Now we need to display the third graph that will display the region wise expenditure. So to display this, I'll just close it, get to the RStudio, and specify the code or write down the code. So that's the code to display our third chart, that is the region wise expenditure. And what's the code? So I created one MP and bar plot df from X is getting the value from df. We have created one data frame here in this. That's the data frame. So it's extracting the value from this data frame. Space is equal to 0. Axis is equal to, I did not set any axis for this because we are going to add the axis later on. And then color is equal to rainbow 10. Y limit, I set the limit to the maximum multiplied by 1.3, whatever is the maximum value of the element. And main is equal to region wise expenditure, X lab is equal to region, and Y lab is equal to expenditure. So at the end we'll get this kind of structure: expenditure region wise and region wise expenditure. And then this particular statement is used to place the points or the labels. Basically this is to place the data points on the each and every bar. So I use this text. And also we have axis for the side 2 position is equal to minus 0.2. This is for X axis. In similar way for Y axis for side 1, label is equal to region. So that's for region. So it will place the regions and as well as the points on x-axis and y-axis respectively. Now let's execute the complete code all together. So I select it and click on run. And after the proper execution, you can see the chart has been created or the dashboard has been prepared. When I click on zoom, we can see the complete dashboard: net sales versus net profit, net sales profit, net profit and profit margin, and region wise expenditure. So it's a complete dashboard. Now either we can export this or we can share this, we can copy to clipboard, or we can save as a PDF or save as an image and we can share with our CFO, or we can directly send an image, we can directly share it to other CFOs or our decision makers to plan their strategies for the future according to the data provided to them through this dashboard. So that's all in this video. I believe it would be easy for you to understand that how to prepare a CFO dashboard or how to prepare a dashboard in R. So that's all. If you have any queries, you can write to us on www.bisptrainings.com, or you can subscribe our YouTube channel. Have a nice day. Goodbye.